Tail of the Tape is sponsored by Sweet Girl, starring Jason Momoa and Isabella Merced, coming soon to Netflix. Chiesa 33, Vicente Luque will be 30 in November. Chiesa taller by a couple of inches. Both men enter the octagon with an identical reach of 75.5 inches. All right, now for the introductions. Back inside to Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a Muay Thai kickboxer. Holy professional record, 20 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Brasilia, Brazil, presenting the number 6 ranked welterweight contender in the world, Vicente, the silent assassin, Luque! And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist, holy professional record, 18 wins, 4 losses. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 170.5 pounds. Fighting out of Spokane Valley, California, Washington, presenting the Ultimate Fighter Season 15 winner and the number 5 ranked welterweight contender in the world, Michael Maverick Chiesa! And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Kerry Hatley.
Kerry Hatley's got a pretty good seat for this one. So does Brittany Palmer. So do we, but we watch the monitors a lot of the time, right?
I mean, Chiesa's fired up, man.
Michael Chiesa and Vicente Luque.
All right, man, this is where your hard work pays off. You
fight.
ready? Ready? Let's go to war. Come on.
In the welterweight division. This fight clock is sponsored by Sweet Girl, starring Jason Momoa and Isabella Merced, coming soon to Netflix. Chiesa out of the southpaw stance is in green. Luque, the orthodox fighter, is in black.
Like I said, you know, in the past I was in mud, my feet were in mud. So what I'm gonna do is move, keep my jab going, and then when he sets his feet to hit me, that's when I'm gonna be able to get my takedowns. It's a different approach. Instead of running forward and forcing the grappling, he says, I'll pull Vicente, and then sometimes I'll force it.
So you want to try to keep that jab in his face. And right here already, you see a different approach from Chiesa. He's out on the outside, staying long, not just mummying into Vicente Luque, trying to get close to get takedowns.
And Luque showing some different looks early, going southpaw at times. Said he wanted to put a rhythm on Chiesa, make him uncomfortable, and eventually thinks he can tire him out. We shall see.
And you see Gilbert Burns with Vicente Luque. I mean, we all should have friends like Gilbert Burns. He's at everybody's fight corner and helping.
Not to mention he's grappling every weekend, grappling tournaments. The guy's an animal.
Gilbert Burns is the man, as is Vicente Luque and Michael Chiesa.
Nice left hand for Chiesa there. And that's what he wants. He wants to pull him and get Vicente to try to chase him and then land the strikes and then set up his takedowns.
One of Vicente's best strikes is that low outside calf kick, but because Michael's a southpaw, he can't throw it. He eats guys up with that outside kick.
P3, the official protein snack of the UFC, is giving fans the chance to win a trip to the octagon and more. Visit P3packapunchsweeps.com to learn more.
Ooh, wow. Left hand.
Yeah.
That's what happens. You go side to side laterally, and then you strike down the middle, and it comes out of nowhere.
Oh, it's a nice one, too, by Michael Chiesa.
Yeah.
That might be the best 2 strikes he's ever thrown in his career, and they were beautiful.
Sorry to cut you off, but he immediately opened a cut underneath the left eye of Vicente Luque. So, and a right hand from Luque. Looked more like a slip than a knockdown.
Vicente said, enough of this. And there's what Mike wanted right there.
Oh, made it look
That's
easy.
exactly what he wanted. He said, finally, when he gets frustrated and starts sitting down to hit me, that's where the takedowns will come.
And I mean, the top pressure of Chiesa is something else, man. He's so long that when he gets on top of these guys, look at him shove that knee through. And you give your back to Michael Chiesa. This dude can submit you with a rear naked choke.
And the one thing that Vicente Luque said he doesn't want to do is never give the back.
Oh, wow. Took Chiesa half a round to work his way on the back of Vicente Luque.
And this is an old school wrestling ride he's got. It's like a figure 4 ride, and he's just putting pressure on the hips so the man can't belly out. That's in there. That is tight. He's got a nasty crank right there.
But he's losing the leg.
So strong.
He's losing the leg.
Vicente Luque's never been finished in the UFC. Chiesa getting awfully close.
He's a little high.
He's gonna have to armbar. Yeah, he's gonna chase armbar.
He's gonna have to switch. He lost it.
Wow.
Great defense from Luque there.
Oh,
he's got it. That's tight.
That is tight.
Under 2 minutes to go. Luque
That's it. That's a Darce. That's it. Tight.
That is a tight Darce.
Yep. That's all the way in, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness, he's got to feed Chiesa's hips though.
No, that is tight. That's right on.
Now he's starting to feed the hips.
That's it.
He tapped. Vicente Luque.
Beautiful job by Vicente Luque.
Wow.
And he said, I've got some tricks up my sleeve too.
Crazy. That was crazy.
Chiesa at times in his career, despite his grappling credentials, has been susceptible to the submission. Vicente Luque.
Oh, he's a real contender now. You cannot ignore Vicente Luque anymore. He just submitted a guy that was undefeated in the weight class. It looked like Chiesa was finishing. Once Luque got the opportunity, he dropped that Darce in there and got the finish.
This fight replay is brought to you by Nemiroff Bold Character since 1872.
Right here, it looks like Chiesa's changing armbar. Vicente stays patient. Mike goes to his knees. Vicente right away chases the Darce. Starts to fall. Chiesa rolls to his back to try to relieve some of the pressure. Now watch as Luque starts to drive his left leg a little bit closer to Michael Chiesa. Start to feed the hips. There it is. Now it starts to get tight. Once you start feeding those hips into your opponent, you start to almost build him up, and you get that choke. What a fantastic finish by Vicente Luque.
And that, Dom, is one of his go-to chokes, the jiu-jitsu brown belt Vicente Luque. A lot of people were talking about how credentialed he was in that realm leading into this matchup. He's got a couple wins by Anaconda, and once this one's official, his 3rd career win by Darce and 8th career submission win overall.
It is not an accident that he's landing this, though. He landed on Nico Price and other people. He's landed on other opponents. And the bottom line is, this is what you want to throw on somebody when they're wrestling. They lead with their head. We lead with our head, us wrestlers. And the Anaconda's there, the Darce, and the guillotines are always going to be there.
And the celebration for Daniel Evangelista, Henry Hooft, and Gilbert Burns. Official decision is brought to you by Guaranteed Rate. Guaranteed Rate can save you money on your monthly mortgage payment. Visit rate.com to get started. And to make this one official, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Kerry Hatley has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 25 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by submission due to a Darce choke, Vicente, the Solid Assassin, Luque.
Vicente Luque, what a fantastic performance. How fired up are you right now to get a finish over a tough guy like Michael Chiesa?
Man, couldn't be a best way to finish the fight. And I want to say something to Kamaru Usman, my man, my friend, but he has some welterweight to show him something. I think I've been showing. I'm finishing most of my fights. I'm not the kind of guy, that make boring fights. I come in here, I put my heart out, and I look to win. And if I lose, man, people know that they're going to be in trouble even so. So I think Kamaru, after you get past Kobe, I believe you're going to get past him. I think it's our time. I'm the only guy up there that you haven't fought yet. Let's go.
Vicente, let's take a look at the big screen up here. How close was that rear choke that Chiesa had you in? And how about that Darce choke? You said all week, I've got great grappling myself. When he turned to his knees, you jump right on it.
Yeah, I mean, his choke was 80% in, like 2 times. But I know how to defend the back really well. And I worked a lot during the camp, so I was confident I was going to get out of it. And once he was, in that position where I could sink in the Darce, man, that's my go-to move. And once I lock it, it's hard for people to get out of it, man, really hard.
You called out the champion. I know he's watching. He will have to pay attention. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Vicente Luque.